Very good morning, South Africa. Baie goeiemôre, South Africa. From a very cold and wintry, yet stunning Cape Town. Thank you very much for the opportunity. As always, our set booking, our set date with you as our South Africans every Wednesday at 9 o'clock. Today, very special. We're coming from the UIM official page. There's been a remarkable move that we want to promote this page. Normally we come live from my personal official page, but we have decided that it is time that we are escalating the UIM into party mode and that we should start building our UIM official page. So henceforth, we are going to try and get as many people to join us on this page, and from now on my Wednesdays will be coming from here, and I truly hope that you, our followers, can promote this page and get our people on here to support this page. Firstly, may I sincerely thank all the people from our CEO right down to Brett, very specifically to our lovely lady Lorna, Vanessa, Sher, everybody from our staff, Jesse, Warren, every single person that made last night an historic event. What a night to sit last night and watch the people come on and decide to be part of the founding document, allowing the United Independent Movement to become a party. I will remember sitting there, and at 7:15, exactly 7:15 last night, the counter was going up, and I could see our CEO's face, Jacques, waiting for us to hit the mandatory 500 that had to be online according to the IEC regulation. I want to say a hearty congratulations. Groot geluk. Well done. Massive well done. Where 6 months ago I made a speech about how truly downwards, without hope and negative this country has become, and 6 months later we sit today and we are honorably saying that we can become now a national political party to really make change. To everybody that was there last night, that took part in history, for that historic event in the founding statement and document signed, congratulations. I hope that with you, our supporters, our fans, our massive members, that last night will become the beginning of a party in politics that will really be a party for the people. A party that will ensure that justice, fairness, hope, care, and patriotism towards our beautiful land will become the cornerstone of what we believe in. I believe that the United Independent Movement will not become an alternative to the ANC, will not become an alternative to the EFF or to the DA, to the COPE, or anybody else that has stood. I believe that the UIM will become the government of the day, will become the new leadership of our people, and undoubtedly will become the hope of the future younger generation. And to me, this is important. I want to quickly just give you a few updates today, and we would like to interact with people and with what we are doing on 3 specific matters. Number 1, I'd like to continue with what happened last night under the auspices of our CEO, Jacques Taljaard, and his staff. Last night, we went through the process And I want to make it very clear, we are following the process currently to the book, to the letter, as subscribed by the Independent Electoral Commission, the IEC. We are bound by the rules and regulations of the IEC if and when we want to partake in an election or when we want to become, as we do now, a registered national political party. We took a decision as the UIM not to just register in a specific province or register in a specific municipal area. We took a decision that we will be a national political party so that we can contest and stand up nationally for our people who want to make a change. Ons het 'n besluit geneem dat ons nie provinsiaal of munisipaal geregistreer sal wees nie, maar dat ons as 'n party nasionaal wil contesteer. This is a big decision, a decision which we tested with you, the people. And I believe it is the right decision. The decision of becoming a party that will contest national municipalities on the 27th of October, I believe, will bring the message, this message that we have of fighting crime, of ensuring, sorry, I know where my iPad is. It's there. I see toch. So, from our point, 'n bietjie grappie gemaak, né? I had to. I was building up myself and my staff said to me, please, always make sure that you know where your iPad, my iPad is there. So, going back to why we do what we want to. I'll tell you why. Every day, when we switch on the television, when we look at the news, we just see bad news. Every day that we get up, we hear of another cash in transit, we hear of another murder, we hear of another person dying of COVID. Every day, elke dag as ons wakker word in die land, word ons vertel hoekom ons sleg is. We hear about Zondo, we hear about corruption. If it's not the Minister of Health, it's the Minister of Police's department. They say that the third wave has come, the fourth wave is coming, that people are dying, hospitals are full. South Africa, what about good news? And you know what? I want the UIM to be the party. I want the UIM to be hope. We know every day what is the bad news. We as South Africans don't have to be reminded about the pandemic, about the people currently stealing from us, about the ineffective services. We know that because we are reminded of it every day. So here's a question. Why should we live? Why should we get up and actually get out of bed and say, I'll take on another day? Because I too get downhearted, sad, demotivated. But you, the UIM people, you, everybody here, Lana, Mariette, Natasha, every single person that's sending me hearts, that's sending us up, that's telling us and speaking to us, Magdalena Hon, Lorna, it's you that make me fight. It's you that continually, every single day of your life, makes me get up and go, I'll fight another day. There's no one else that does this for me. There's no one that motivates me more to live and fight another day for the UIM. It is you that do this. And as long as you stand with me and you stand with the UIM and you walk this path, you fight for us. Because boy, we've had fights. We've had tremendous ups and downs, personal attacks, and we survived. We got to our registration from you as a party, our first founding document yesterday. And with God's will, with your will, and with our attitude, within 2 weeks from now, hopefully, we will be officially registered and we can go for it. So, if you've not, and you were there last night and you've not signed your document, or you need to find out if it's going, or you need to go to Postnet, you need to go to PEP, you need to go and post us those stuff, do me a favor, get it done. And if you're unsure, please send us an email at info@uimsa.org. info@uimsa.org. We'll post it here, and we'll also get Warren and the team to post our WhatsApp number for any queries that you've got. As daar enige een van u is wat wil weet, as jy gisteraan deelgeneem het aan daai proses en jy is nie seker nie, info@uimsa.org, send us that and we will help you. If you need collection of a document, you're not sure, we have people across the country that you can contact. We have Lorna, we have Vanessa, we have Sher, we have our people at the offices here with Jesse, our teams here. We have got Warren at the background monitoring. If you need anything, ask us and we will help you. But yesterday's process was the founding statement of making history, of us becoming a political party to contest at every municipality where we've got representation and people getting up. This movement, who's now going to become a party, can only be this if you support us. There is no way that we as a group of people can fight on our own. We cannot fight a political system where we are going to fight as a few. But I can tell you that a few can make a massive change. And now I want to speak about the candidates. South Africa, the system is very clear. If we want to contest a ward in a municipality, we need individuals to stand. What is the qualification of a politician? Well, it seems there isn't any. If you're an adult, South African citizen, with no criminal record, you can stand. I'll say it again. You must not have a criminal record. You must be an adult over the age of 21, and you must be a South African citizen, and that's it. But to the UIM, there's 3 extra things that are not there according to law: to be a councillor, to be a member, and to be a person representing the UIM in this country. And those 3 things are clear. Number 1, you must care. If you don't care, and you don't have that care in your heart about your country, and about your neighbor, and about your people, then I don't think you can become a member of the UIM's ward councillors, representatives, or organized. Because care is the main priority of where we need to go back to. So you got to care. Jy moet omgee. Remember, the 3 things I'm going to mention to you now has got nothing to do with the IEC law of a councillor or a representative. Adult, no criminal record, South African citizen. Yes, that's the law. But what is the UIM law? You've got to care. Ubuntu. If you don't have care in your heart, I don't think we can have you representing the UIM. So care, omgee, number 1. Number 2, you've got to have the feeling that you will go beyond duty's call for your people. So if you're a person that just does enough to be enough, you can't be a representative of the UIM. Because in this country, we need to do a job and a half. We need to be us and a half. So, care and beyond duty. No matter the time, no matter the person, no matter the place, you've got to go and you've got to care and go beyond duty. And lastly, honor. Keep your word. So you've got to have honor, you've got to go beyond duty, and you've got to care. And if you can care, go beyond duty and have honor, and believe in God our Father, and believe that the Almighty will give us a light in Christ and in the religion of your choice, be it Muslim, be it Christianity, where I lie, or be it within Judaism, Buddhism, faith, which we respect, you're on the right side. Because without Christ, without a living God, without the understanding that there's something beyond just us, you will have more power to get up and go, this is right and this is wrong. I stood this morning early. I've got 3 big Bibles, which I love, in my home. And I have a very good friend, and I must see Davina Rousseau. And Davina gave me a Bible, and because she knows I'm new to this, she gave me a Bible and she took a highlighter, and she sat down and highlighted scripts in the Bible that if I need something. And strength comes from there, but strength is inside South Africa. So if you want to stand with us, if you want to be that person, I never wanted to be a politician. I understand politics, but I don't want to be. And look where we are today. We are running. So where are you? Get up. If you've not gotten up in Cape Town, if you've not gotten up in Gqeberha in Port Elizabeth, if you've not got up in Bloem, if you've not got up in Durban, if you've not got up in Ekurhuleni, Soweto, Johannesburg, and Pretoria, Tshwane, if you've not got up there yet, if you've not volunteered, come to us and said, I want to help you. If you've not sent your name to info@uimsa.org and said, my name is Jan, my name is John, my name is Sydney, my name is Rian, I would like to please, at the end of the day, I would like to be a volunteer. I'd like to stand for council and help the UIM. Then do so today. We need you. If the UIM, like we marched on Saturday, can fight against people who want to take our guns away, if the UIM can get up and say you will not change the constitution to take our property, if the UIM can get up and say to the people you will not nationalize the Reserve Bank, and if the UIM can get up and say that every person who stole our money in this country must go to jail and we will not stop until it is done, then you must recognize today, South Africa, we are the only movement and political organization that's putting blood on the line. Because the rest are silent. The DA is silent. They just continue waffling. The ANC has become the people's enemy. The EFF have always been the people's enemy in what they are trying to do. And then you've got the Copes of the world, that's nothing. The IFP, that is a minority. The Good Party, that just doesn't exist in opposition. And you've got now people like Herman Mashaba, all respect, good man, but was there before and recycling just now in another ideology. People have to look at the 400 members in Parliament and be shocked and be disappointed. Because that's what they've delivered in 27 years, South Africa. Now you go to local government election, and the same people are coming to knock on your door again. Vragtig hulle kom weer. Now my grandmother, God rest her soul, used to say, if you borrowed sugar from your neighbor, give the sugar back. How can you go knock on the door again and ask for something else when you haven't even replaced the previous? Sy sê, my gesig is te skaam. My grandmother said, you can't go borrow something again if you've borrowed something before and you haven't given it back. She says, I would be too ashamed. That's what the political parties are doing, unashamedly. Unashamedly, the ANC, the DA, and the people will come knock on your door and say, give me another 5 years. No. Because what have you done in 27 years? Now the people are saying, Neil, the ANC and the EFF, you have said clearly, you will never ever negotiate with them. No, I won't. I will not sit across the table and negotiate with the ANC or the EFF. Mense, never. Never. And now the people say, but Neil, why are you also currently frowning when you talk about people like Herman Mashaba and people like the DA and people like the rest of the cabal? Why are you shying away? I'll tell you why. 3 of the parties I've just mentioned, plus one more independent candidate, have unequivocally told me in discussions, and I've met with Herman, I've met with Musi Maimani, and I have met with 3 or 4 members of the DA. And I'm telling you right now, the rest of the discussions will be in confidence, but there's one thing that made me walk away. Only one thing. Because people are saying, why don't you have a coalition with them? Well, here's the story. All 3 parties have unequivocally told me on record that they will do a deal and they will negotiate with the EFF. All 3 of them unashamedly have told me that if they go into a metro, if they go into a municipality, if they go into a city, and it is about sharing power, in other words, governing that city, governing that metro, that unashamedly they will do a coalition deal with the EFF. That's on record. Now I'm saying, the United Independent Movement will never, as long as I am the leader and the president, will never negotiate with the EFF or the ANC. Never, ever, ever. And if it means that we go into a municipality and we are the power maker, in other words, we are the king maker. Yes, it's possible that if we get an amount of seats that we can be the king maker, we will not negotiate with the EFF. We will not negotiate with the ANC. I will rather lose the power of the city and become the voice of justice in Port Elizabeth, in Cape Town, in Bloemfontein. I will sit with my 5 or 10 or 20 ward councillors and I will fight you. I will expose you. I will call you out. I will investigate every day the budgets and the documents in a municipality. I will rather do that than go and get into bed with a group of people that are fascists, that are racists, that are nationalists, and that do not care about you, but go back to your door and demand that you give them another 5 years of hell. Never. Not me and not the UIM. We will not do it. It is just clear. So I cannot even contemplate that you and the people in this country will go vote and go give these people that have ruined our country another 5 years. Dit is mos nou ongelooflik dom. It's stupid. Because every single one of them right through the bank, have failed. Now you get the UIM that gets up and says, we the people. We, the people of this country, are coming back. We are taking over. And we are telling the politicians today, you are fired. Say it with me. Politicians, you are fired. Every councillor in this country, you are fired. Every member of parliament on our behalf, you are fired. You are fired. Because if you can explain to me, South Africa, today, that 64% of the citizens of this country are the youth, and that 70% of them are unemployed. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you hear that stats? These stats come from our Youth Alliance leader, Jesse Bowers. I got those stats yesterday because very soon, and I'll get to the Youth Alliance, these are the stats that came out yesterday. 64% of the country is youth, and 70% of that youth is unemployed. Shocking, sad. This is what the government has done. Now, does the UIM currently have a plan? You're damn right we have one. And the plan is simple. Stop crime, eradicate corruption, and get the capital back. It's baie maklik, Suid-Afrika. Ons kyk hier die kriminele, ons stuur die mense wat korrup is tronk toe, en ons vat terug ons kapitaal vir die belasting wat ons betaal, en ons sit dit in waar dit behoort. It's as simple as that. And the last C, trust God. So we'll fight crime, we'll fight corruption to the bone, and we will redistribute capital so that it gets to where it belongs. It's as simple. 3 C's plus one more in Christ. That's it. That has been, since day one, my slogan. Every day. It's not changed. Crime, corruption, capital, Christ. There's nothing else. Now, there can be debates about schooling, education, health, yes. But agree with me, today, tomorrow, and Saturday, when you're at a braai, when you sit and speak, crime, corruption, and jobs is the 3 things that come up every day. It's weird, eh? Previously in our country, it used to be sport, religion, politics. If you go to a braai, we used to speak about rugby, we used to speak about a bit of politics, and we used to then speak about that last thing that normally comes after the 4th KWV, religion. It's no longer like that in this country. It's now crime, it's now corruption, and it's about jobs and money. That's how we have shifted. And the last one, they're pushing down our throat. Every day is COVID. So, number one, thank you very much for a massive, massive, massive launch last night of our founding statement document. And I think Warren has come in, and Warren has given me this document. And I'd like to show you our document. This is the first Deed of Foundation original document that we have just received, and I'd like to show you history quickly. Our first copy. So everybody, if you are seeing this, give us a thumbs up, give us a heart, give us a yes, give us a love, because history, there it is. Our first document of our founding deed original at our head office in Somerset West, UIM. There you are, there it is. That's where we are. So we're expecting, hopefully, another 500 of your original founding declaration documents to be posted, to be sent to us. We have to have the original, but I'd just like to show you history. And this is God's work. Our first document, our first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our first 7 founding declaration members have just come in. And yeah, what can I say? History again. So you can imagine today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, how this office is going to sit and wait and go to the post office every 10 minutes. So there you are, our first official document of the first members in our deed of foundation. So well done to everybody. I'm very proud of you, very proud. Keep those documents coming, get them to us. Remember, they've got to be the originals, they've got to be here. We are really, really eager to then get the members going, to get our people that really want to stand. Guys, we need volunteers in every area. If you don't want to stand as an official councillor in a ward, we need you to volunteer. We need your names. Ons het volunteers nodig. Dames, my youth is working and it's coming. But our Women Alliance movement, waar's ons vrouens? Dames, as julle sit by die huis, if you're a mom, if you're at home, we need you. In every little town, in every little cranny, in every little city, we need volunteers now. We need to get you some pamphlets. We need to get you some documents. Let's make this national. So if you want to volunteer your services as a person that can do admin in your area, that can help us with spreading the word, that can organize small little workshops for us, info@uimsa.org, or we will put up very soon our national number for WhatsApp. Volunteer, just put there volunteer. So if you send your email, if you send your WhatsApp, just put there volunteer, your name and your number, and we'll get back to you. info@uimsa.org, and our national WhatsApp number is on the screen. It's 084 698 1604. I'll say it again, 084 469 81604. That is our WhatsApp. You can see it on the screen here, and we'll keep on posting it today. Please send us a WhatsApp under volunteer as your heading, or please send us your number or UIM, or even your inbox post it. We'll get back to you. We need those volunteers. We need help. Lastly, important. We asked about a month to 2 months ago that we were on a capital raise of 350,000. That money, which is in our NPO and our registered account, was to be used for 3 things. 1, for the registration and the efforts of getting us to a political party. 2, to start the process of posters and print and flyers to start working on the incoming local government election, and to get ourselves a performance of t-shirts that we can print through a good supplier. We stopped and we couldn't get beyond 230,000 Rand. The raise was necessary to be 350. We then got in another couple of thousand, and I want to say to everyone, thank you very much. But we are sitting currently still short of an excess of 95,000 Rand. Now, South Africa, we raised the rest. Money will never ever be the reason why we as the UIM will lose hope and not be able to fight this election. People like myself, the founding members, have put in a vast amount of resources and money. And we won't stop. But we have got 2 weeks left to now physically do IEC registration, and before we go on that tour to go work with our people in the 8 metros. I know it's not always great to talk about money in a period of time when in actual fact there is none. But we have a goal to finish. We have 95,000 Rand to put into this organization for the first raise on our first attack to become a party, and to get to the ballot box. The millions of rands that the ANC spend, the millions the DA, the millions the EFF is spending will never, I think, come to us. This organization, in the 6 months it's been alive, to be factual, has only raised 300,000 rand in its totality from the public. And the rest has come from myself and our organization. South Africa, I cannot sit every day and beg and ask that you support us financially. It costs money, unfortunately, in today's day to fight. For people like myself, we have fought every day and we still fight. We still give petrol. We still give money. We still get data. We give our volunteers support with cell phone airtime. But we need your help. We really cannot continue fighting in this fight without resources. I therefore call again that we have a target that we need to reach. Because if we don't reach that monthly target, we cannot fight. And I'm sorry, a political organization does not work on its own money from the pockets of its own people. It's the members, it's the volunteers. We need to raise capital because we are serious. Yesterday, I spoke to a person and I said we would not go to ask for money from people if we did not know that we had some form of guarantee that we would become seriously a party. You can now see through the founding statements last night that within 2 weeks we want to be that party. We have a brand, we have a mission, we have a voice, and we have you. Now I'd like you to please, all 419 of you here today, I'd like you to please help us. We will post our banking details here. Our banking details are audited. We are an entity that runs like a company. We will never in our life do anything but work and fight. But we need you. We've had unbelievable donors. The 1,000 rands, the 10,000s that come in, but more importantly, the 20 rand, the 50 rand, the 100 rand has been the founding block of whom we are. And the most heart-wrenching thing is when you get an SMS from a lady that says that she's 78 years old, but she gave 50 rand from her SASSA grant. And when you do that to me, you get us to become tearful. The gentleman that came from Calvinia, who's retired, who said that he's every month giving us 100 rand. Reminds me of the story in the Bible when the lady gave 1 shekel and the people were laughing at her, and Jesus said, hey, to you that's nothing, to her it's the world. So from my heart, thank you very much to those that have every day contributed to us, that have spoken to a neighbor or to business people. And this is where I want to end off today. Where's our business people? Where's our businessmen and women? South Africa, if we don't fight as the UIM for this voice of reason, we won't get far. So we have to get our policies right. We have to get our documents, and for that we have contracted a group of academia, that are going to sit down and support us. But we need that money. So the money raised after we've raised the election funds is we need to go and continue, funding so that the UIM can become who it must. As the leader of this party, we really need your support financially. We have more than 4,500 members registered. If every one of those 4,500 just give 50 rand, we have enough to carry us every month. We have now nearly, and today I just got the stats in from Brett, we are 45 members away from being 13,000 members that are on our support page. Ons is amper 13,000 nou op die support page. If all 13,000 would give us 50 rand, we would be high and dry. We don't need millions because we've got millions in our heart. But we need to get flyers out there. We need to get posters out there. We need to get petrol to our organizers, and that is it. We need to get branding. We need to get our t-shirts out there. And that costs money, I'm very sorry. I can't carry that every day. So I'm asking you today, we have 400 people on this live right now. 400. As elkeen van julle R50 net insit vandag. If all 400 here just put in $50, we can print another 200 t-shirts. It costs us 6,000 rand per 100 t-shirts. Trust me, we don't get it cheaper. If you can get it cheaper, help us. But currently we have a registered entity, and it cost us about 6,000 to 7,000 rand for the t-shirts for the not supporters, but for the handouts that we've got at our branches. So every single time that we roll just 100 t-shirts, it costs us 13,000 rand for 200. So our first print went in, and I'm excited. I don't know if we've got those t-shirts. If anybody here in my staff next door, I would like to show you our first batch of t-shirts. And this is not the t-shirts that are being launched for our supporters. These are the t-shirts for our branches that they can get our volunteers t-shirts. I'd like to show you. We got one last night. And I'd like to show you. But at the end of the day, this costs money. So here we are. Can I show you? I'm very excited. Our first batch of 100 t-shirts have come in. And this is where your money goes. It doesn't go on anything else. We want to get our brand out. So ladies and gentlemen, our first 100 t-shirts arrived, and we've just ordered another 200 because of your gracious donation. Yeah, we are about 95,000 short to get our registration, to get our party launch, to get everything, but I know that you will help us. But I want to show you what we really want to do. And this is it. There's our t-shirts. Now it might seem nothing, but listen to me, hey, 6 months ago, we were nothing. We were this nearly bald, going, blue-eyed, mad dude, getting up and saying, I'll change this country and I'll run for president. And look there. Look at us, man. Look at what we've done. And here we are, look here. Our first 100 t-shirts. And look at the slogan, South Africa. Look at our slogan. UIM, together we will. This is it. This is our t-shirt. This is our brand. And together we will. See, now I get sad again. So, get it out there. Every day that you give us more money, every day we get our brand. Because I must tell you, it's so great. We are launching our official supporter gear on our online store. It's going to be mad. Friday night, our CEO, Jacques, will be launching that, where you can go online and get your official, and it's top stuff so that you can wear it with pride. But this is the ground, this is our volunteers, this is our people. So we need money to get them more, and we are proud because good quality. And can I tell you something? Do you want to know something? Can I tell you something? Made in South Africa. No. Not like the ANC, not like the EFF or Kusatu, who marches with their t-shirts and says that we should bring the textile industry back up again. And then when you look at the label, it says made in China. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this was made in Cape Town by a company that's proudly South African. Suid-Afrikaans. Ne? This t-shirt was fabricated, cut, assembled, put together, made and printed in our country. So there you are, UIM, putting SA textile companies first. Now, yes, sometimes you have to pay a little bit more. But I'll rather pay a little bit more and give this company all the accolade and support by ordering 100 t-shirts a week and make them alive, because the 50, 60 workers there, they've got food on the table. So that's an attitude change. Buy South African. So if you ask me, be proud. Help us. Get in there. We'll post our banking details. Support us. We've got a long way to go. But we will get there. Because if He's with us, no one can be against us. So finally, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank you for everything that you do for us, and every day that you get up and make us stronger. Because the fight has just begun. The fight for the heart and soul of the future of our republic is on. I've noticed that the commentary and the attacks on me are now coming from the larger entities of the ANC and the EFF. And that means that we are hurting them. That means we are pushing the right buttons. And that's what it's about. We don't have long. 16 weeks, Brett. South Africa, we've got 16 weeks left to fight and to get our voice officially in council. What you hear from me, what you see in the press, in the media about us fighting and debating and arguing about having justice, is the way that we will govern. We won't just talk. Tomorrow, we will pay again for people to go fetch vegetables and to go and actually feed 5,000 people by giving 50 soup kitchens vegetables from our farmers. And I want to say to Donnie, and I want to say to Burr and everybody else that's there, I want to say thank you very much for giving us those vegetables every week. It's important that you know farmers are standing behind us. Because we feed people, we don't just talk. We don't go and give food parcels for votes. We give food parcels because people are hungry. So tomorrow again, our food drive goes out as the UIM. And every time we give a t-shirt, we give it to the people receiving and making sure that people have food, soup. So we need more of this. Help us. Get those funds to us. If you want to be a volunteer, if you want to be a UIM soldier, let us know. Send us info@uimsa.org. Send it. We need help. We need you to rise. May I further wish you a fantastic, awesome week. Mag ek vir u en u familie 'n baie groot geseënde week toewens. May I ask that you stay committed to our 16-week goal. We will be doing many updates, many discussions, but we need organizers. We need you to come on board if you believe in only three things. That you care, that you'll go beyond duty, and that you are honorable. And if those three things are you, then you're in the right family. You are in the right place. So send us your WhatsApps. We are posting like crazy our WhatsApp number. And I want to say to our people there, to the world, to the Cindy's of the world, to the Lornas, the Vanessas, the Jackies, the Shers, the people that you don't always see in the background. Our IEC coordinator, Brett, our man that sits behind the scene watching the algorithms, Warren, our CEO, Jacques, our supporters, Christo Jonk, that is on our executive, the people that are coordinating in the provinces, Dr. Basil Leverman, to the people in Kabera, to the people in Cape Town like Shafiq, our coordinator for the Western Cape, to every single person in Johannesburg, to Tumi from Soweto, to our officers here, Jesse, our Youth Alliance leader, our people that sit and watch us like Hasi, that always sits and does our pictures, to our people like Victor that does our assessments, that looks at our budgets, and to our new interns, a new gentleman called Tristan, who's here at the office as an intern. Tristan, welcome. And thank you very much. To my protectors that work every day, to Keenan, the gentleman that sits at our head office and looks at our finances, to every single body out there that is there, that fights for us, my greatest admiration to yourself. We can only grow if you let us grow. So let's grow. Let's get to party registration. Let's get the funds in, no matter what we do. Let's keep going, and we will keep you updated. This is pride. This is pride. This is pride. So let's keep going. Thank you very much for everything. May God bless you. May God's greatest hand of peace go over this country and give us the hope that we require. Mag die Here julle seën, mag sy hand van seën en vrede oor u wees en u familie hierdie week. A great week for us. Again, just great weeks. Blessings coming because we are 100% in the light. Thank you very much. Thank you for always giving me a time. Speak to you next week, Wednesday, but if there's anything in between, I'll pop in and I'll say hello. Saturday, again, we're doing another drive, Lentegeer, going back to our entity in Ikapa. And soon, we'll be being active in Port Elizabeth, Trabera. We'll be coming there with Basil and the guys, working with them. KwaZulu-Natal, where are you? Durban. Come, Durban. We've got a great man there. We'll soon be making announcements. We need people in Bloemfontein. Where's our people in Mangaung? Vrystaat, kom nou man. We had such a great drive in Bloem. And we need your support if we're going to get people to fight for us in Bloemfontein. You know why it's important in Bloemfontein. It's the heart of the ANC. It's apparently claimed the property of Ace Magashule, who told us and told everybody that Bloemfontein will never be lost by him. Yes. So if you've got friends, if you are in Bloemfontein, Mangaung, what's going on? The UIM is ready to come fight for you. We had a speech there. We spoke there. So if you want a small ray of light to come through the injustice, the theft, and the dark side in Bloemfontein, where the ANC was founded in 1912, we want to strike, so strike at Bloem, but we've got no help there. We have no candidates that are willing to stand in Bloemfontein. We have no official organizer in Bloemfontein. We have no volunteers in Bloem that are currently standing that want to be part of council. Now this is not Bloem for me. Bloemfontein, Vrystaat, is die hart van ons mense. It's the nucleus of our country and we've got nothing. So we are very disappointed that we cannot get going to bring change where it's the darkest in Bloem. So if you're there, if you want to fight, give us one councillor in one ward and we will win that ward. And at least there will be one man or one woman sitting in that council for justice. Unashamedly so. Durban rise. Soweto has bursted. Where's Pretoria? Tshwane. Kimberley. Where's London? We will stand where you are. And we would want one councillor at least in every municipality. One. So if it is you and you want to fight for justice, because if you don't, there's nothing left. So get up and rise. We have 16 weeks to bring balance, to bring justice, and to bring light and order. And that will come through the UIM. So info@uimsa.org and our WhatsApp number. We'll also post our banking details again today during the day. Let's climb in, South Africa. God bless you. We'll be fighting in the streets and on the lines and in the media for you. Give us our comments, advise us and help us, and don't forget, get your forms in so that we can contest properly. God bless you and have a good day.